Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, it's the day before my dental surgery, my second dental surgery, and I've got to say the last 2 weeks in particular have been really tough. It's been like the build up to this moment, and now I'm nearly there. So yesterday I was very much in the mindset of, okay, I've got to plan what I'm going to take to eat, because that's if I want to eat afterwards, because I'm staying overnight. And I think it's really important to share with people, if you are having tooth extractions, you need to do all you can to minimise your activity and stress after that surgery, because you need those blood clots in the extraction sites to be able to form and hold. And the last thing you want is a blood clot releasing and detaching, because that can lead to dry sockets, and I've heard that is excruciatingly painful. So yeah, it is a real pain having to stay overnight, and more expense. You know, and at the end of the day, when we're feeling rubbish, we want to be in our home environment with our comforts that we're familiar with, but it's the best thing for us after this particular type of surgery. So I just wanted to share with you a bit of what I did yesterday, because today's my suitcase packing day and I'm getting all my stuff together. So I thought, well, while I'm doing this, I'll do a video and pop it on my YouTube. So my friend Claire gave me a really good tip, who's done all this dental stuff, and she said baby food is really good because it's so soft. And so what I've bought is some sachets of, in pouches, resealable pouches of organic baby foods. And I would like to say, if you're going to do this, make sure you read the labels, because just because something is a baby food doesn't mean to say it's going to be good for you, okay? So yeah, I mean, this isn't ideal. If I was at home, I'd have my Vitamix blender and I'd be doing all this stuff, but I haven't. So, you know, we have to adjust with whatever's happening and go with the flow and do the best with the resources that we've got to hand. So these are great because I don't have to put them in a fridge. Yeah, so on the back I've read the labels. This is 100% pureed fruit with lemon juice. There are no E numbers and added sugars and all that type of thing. So they're all fruit, no vegetables. So yeah, lots of natural sugar, but it's just for 48 hours really. And I'm hoping it'll be, yeah, it'd be nice to have something with a bit of taste in it, and something that hopefully will be quite refreshing if I fancy it. So I've got a pureed mango, I've got pears, apricots, pineapples and ginger, and then I've got apples and mangoes, pears and papaya. So yeah, I've got those 4 sachets. I'm just going to put them down and show you what else I've got. Again, I know this is not the healthiest of things, folks, but it is what it is. So I've got 6 mini pots of custards, and I thought, well, those pots are quite small, so they're quite good. And then, you know, if I don't eat them, I don't eat them. And they don't have to be refrigerated either, so that's a good thing. They can just stay in my suitcase. And then I've got a couple of jellies. Again, not great. I never normally eat jelly, but they're quite runny and sloppy, and again, not having to be refrigerated. And then there's a bit of a story behind this one. 2 years ago, I developed these immobilising anxiety attacks out of nowhere, where for 6 weeks I couldn't physically use my throat. It was almost like my throat didn't exist, and I was having to liquidize oats and drink them through a straw. And I tried pureeing fruit in, and I just couldn't tolerate it. It felt like massive chunks getting blocked in my throat. It was the most, I think that was probably the most scariest moment of my life regards my health. And you know, I was losing my eyesight. I couldn't walk, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't talk. It was really quite extreme. So during that time, and I was trying to think, how the hell can I get some nutrition inside me? I contacted well, he turned out he ended up to be my gastroenterology consultant, but I followed him on Instagram and he's a plant-based advocate. And I messaged him because I'm thinking I don't want things like Ensure build-up drinks. So I wanted something that would be a bit kinder to me than something like that. So he recommended a product, and at that time they didn't sell them in supermarkets. You could only buy them online. And I ended up, I couldn't buy the quantities. It was ridiculous and it was expensive. So I ended up carrying on drinking my porridge until things got easier and I progressed to things like mashed up cauliflower and things like that. But now this product is stocked in the supermarkets, so I'm going to share with you this. It's called Huel. Now they're not cheap. It's a ready-made drink. These do have to keep refrigerated, by the way, so I'm going to have to take a coolie box, put my freeze packs in the freezer at the dentist and replenish my coolie box when I get there to keep them cold. So just to tell you a bit about this product, I've never tried it. I haven't got a clue what it's going to taste like, but it's 100% nutritionally complete meal. And it is plant-based and it is gluten-free, which is, I know, is a big thing for a lot of people. It's low sugar, 20 grams of protein and 26 minerals and vitamins. And on the back, I can't read that very well without my glasses, but you've got all the vitamins listed, and you've got your calcium, iodine, zinc, copper, magnesium, selenium, all your vitamins A, D, E, K, C. Yeah, sorry, my eyesight isn't great, but anyway, so I've bought 3 of these. They're £3.50 a bottle in Sainsbury's. They do have a website. In the supermarket they had vanilla and chocolate, so I've bought 2 vanilla and 1 chocolate. But if you go on the website, I think there's also a berry flavour. And you can buy it in a powdered form as well, and I think they do other products as well, protein build-up things and stuff. But I thought, well, this could be a good thing, because if I can't eat anything, I could drink this, and I know now that it's going to give me a lot of things that I need. I think it has got, I'm just trying to see, I think it's got sucralose in it, which, yeah, but it's just for a couple of days. So that's that. So yeah, in amongst all that I've shown you, there is a bit of an absence of veg, isn't there? So what else have I got? I've got an organic butternut squash. I love butternut squash soup. Adore it. So I've got one of those and a bag of coriander. And while I'm away, my son's going to make me up some batches of soups, and we can put those in the freezer. So that's sort of my planning. I've also, my dentist recommended this to me, and I've started taking them. And that's a little bottle of arnica. It's 30C, 8 grams. And I ordered these. They're really easy to get on the internet. And you can probably get them on the high street as well in one of the health food shops, or I don't know if the supermarkets sell them. They might do, I'm not really sure. But anyway, this little bottle, I think it's got about 100 tablets in it, and it costs just over £4, I think. So that's a really good affordable product to support you when you're having your dental surgery. So those that are not familiar with arnica, I mean, I didn't actually know you could buy this to ingest. All I'd ever heard of is arnica that you get in a gel that you rub on your body if you've got bruising and cuts and things like that. So that was the first I'd heard of this. So this sort of helps with your swelling and bruising and pain levels. So that's good. So I'm all ready with that. The other important point to make if you are having extractions is after surgery and you're drinking anything, do not use a straw. Again, I didn't realise this. It's only just something that I found out. So it's worth sharing. It's all these little things, isn't it, that people may take for granted who know, but for those that are new to all this, it's and I suppose it's common sense really. So when you're using a straw or gulping to take some food into your mouth, you're creating a vacuum in that oral cavity, and that has the potential to dislodge the blood clots, and we just don't want that. We don't want that. So it's no straws, and try to just tip the fluids in and keep yourself really hydrated and to rest. So that's the prep. As I say, I am feeling really anxious. I didn't think at the age of 56 I'd end up with 5 teeth missing, and one of them's quite near the front. I think it's it's this one here, and it's just like, oh my God. So I will have a couple of weeks to recover after surgery, and then go back to London middle of September to have a check to see how the healing's going. And then I'll talk about what next, and look at my options. So my options, as I understand it at the moment, are a bridge, and I don't want one of those because they have to do work on the adjoining teeth, which in some people could be really healthy teeth. They have to do work to attach a bridge. Well, the less invasive stuff done to healthy teeth, the better in my eyes. So a bridge isn't an option. The other option is as a zirconia implant. And all along this journey, I've thought that would be the route that I would go. They're expensive. They're about £3,000 an implant. But because I've had a chronic illness for a decade, I know my body is quite compromised and my immune system, and I don't feel, it feels like my body needs a rest and some time for healing. So, and then I might revisit it later on just for that front tooth. I'm not really sure, and I can't think that far ahead right now. So the other option is what is called a flipper denture. Again, up to a few months ago, I'd never heard of these flipper dentures. So it's not on like you get a hard plate like you see a lot of dentures. It's almost the way I could describe it, it's like a rubbery stuff, and the teeth are attached to it, and then you put it in and it hooks around the teeth and presses onto the roof of your mouth or the bottom of your mouth and holds it in place. And I know people a similar age to me and younger than me who have these, and they go about their life, and friends and partners don't even know that they've got a false tooth in. So I'm feeling at this moment that the flipper is going to be my chosen option for the foreseeable future, and then I say I may revisit it later on, I don't know. My main thing is getting this work done and healing from it, and processing it really, because there is a huge sense of loss going on, and it's took me by surprise actually, the intensity of how I'm feeling over it. I'm glad I'm having sedation again. It's not perfect having sedation, but I have to make this as easy as I can for myself really, which might sound a little bit weak, but that's just my needs. And I've got to do what I've got to do. And in fairness, I found the sedation really good last time, and the whole appointment went like a dream. You know, my dentist is awesome, and the sedation company are the same. So I feel really supported. Even the nurse, she's lovely. So it feels a really safe and supportive place during something that's going to be really traumatic for me tomorrow. So it's all worked out for the best. As many of you know, I've visited many dentists, and it reached a point I actually didn't know how I was ever going to get this work done, to find somebody that had the skills but also the genuine compassion and to bring humour to the situation. I found that quite funny because I've met a lot of dentists. I've never met a dentist like this who brings such humour and love into the appointments, and it's wonderful. So I'm feeling very grateful that he's with me in this part of my journey. So I sort of think that's it really. I might do a short video tomorrow before I go in, and then I may be offline for a couple of weeks just to rest up. But I might do some blog updates on my website. I'm not sure. I'll just cross that bridge when I come to it. So I will say goodbye, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, take care.